Hi, you're listening to The Island of a Lost Pilot by Rajesh Bhatia, narrated by Deepak Agnihotri. Chapter 8, The First Solo Flight. 12th March, Wednesday. Rohan had completed 15 hours of flying with his instructors, along with the whole batchmates who had started along with him. Today, solo flights were to start. Instructors were convinced that all the trainees will fly solo very comfortably. Frontline people were now extremely careful. All the planes were scrutinized according to the standards specified by the aviation authorities. Engines, controls, moving parts, electrical parts, etc. were checked for any possible defect. Any malfunctioning on the part of any machine was remote, but still, one couldn't be sure. Abhinav was the first as usual, as his name was on the top alphabetically. John, one of the instructors, accompanied Abhinav to the aircraft, asked some preliminary things about it, was convinced, got down and gave him a thumbs up. Rohan, Sonu, Girish, Thakur and others stood near the plane and waved Abhinav. Abhinav nodded and increased propeller revolutions. The plane gathered speed and was airborne within a minute. After 6 planes were gone, it was Rohan's turn. Kevin, another instructor, was in the cabin besides him, and Rohan explained to him about his plan to fly the craft, the course and how he will land. Fully convinced, he was allowed to proceed and Kevin got down from the plane. Rohan was also cheered by his friends and he put on the gas to the craft. The craft gathered speed and ran on the airstrip. Rohan kept an eye on the controls. Everything was okay. The RPM gauge registered 1700 revolutions, airspeed 55 knots, the optimum parameters to take off. Keeping the throttle full open, he pulled the yoke and the plane lifted smoothly. Soon it was at a height of 7,500 feet. Rohan, relieved, sighed and looked around. One test was complete. The next test was the solitary flying. He had flown many times, but this time was different. Every time when the instructor accompanied him, although he was doing all the flying, the thought was not convincing. At that time, it always appeared to him that the instructor was doing all the things, not him. Now he was his own boss. Now he was flying the machine himself. He looked around to make sure that no instructor was there and smiled to himself. He looked at the landscape, took a right turn, speeded the craft up to the near maximum allowed speed, took a left turn and turned towards the control tower and looked below. After some time he reached near his flying school. His friends were looking like ants. Someone, perhaps Abhinav, had landed. His plane was there, surrounded by a group of people. Is everything okay? He thought. After 1 hour or so, he conveyed his attention of landing to the control tower. George congratulated him on his first solo flight. He had passed the second test also. He lowered the craft and its speed also, lowered its nose, keeping the approaching angle of about 5 degrees, lowered further and gradually the wheels touched the runway. Yes, he had landed perfectly. Passed the third test also and ultimately taxied the craft to where his friends were waiting for him. He was amazed at the sight. A group of people was there, laughing and clapping. 6 of them were unrecognizable. They might have played holy with grease and black engine oil. Yes, they were his fellow friends who have just had their first solo flight. He remembered now that it was customary there to apply grease and black oil on everyone by the friends after their first solo flight. Oh, now it was his turn, he thought, got down from the plane and was about to run away, when he was caught by many arms, grease and black oil hidden in their hands. Oh, Rohan needs 4 men to hold him, someone shouted. Rohan protested for a few seconds and then surrendered. All his greased friends approached him like attacking bandits and hugged him so hard that he lost his balance. All fell on him in a pile and they laughed and rolled on the ground to enjoy their happy day. It was a great day for them. all the previous sorrows were engulfed in this cocoon of happiness. Yes, this is life. Life has to move on. Sorrows and happiness are life's part and couldn't be ignored. Rohan called Shekhar and others at India, very excited and very happy, and got numerous blessings and congratulations.